Hello everybody, I'm Sarah and I'm a recorder player. Thanks for all your feedback as well on my video from last week, Q&A. I'm only joking. I heard that you really hated the background music and I have to agree. I'll take that out. You will notice that again, I'm in a different room. I'm experimenting with filming in different places in my house. Let me know what you think. This room is very yellow. As you can see, behind me are my two Paetzold bass recorders. Every time I play a concert using a Paetzold, somebody always asks me, did you make that yourself? Is it from IKEA? No, literally every single concert, which I don't blame them for. I would not look at this and automatically know what it was. I even once at a classical music event had a professional violinist walk up to my Paetzold and try and pull the keys off. And when I asked her what the hell she was doing, she said, "Is this the power socket for the electricity?" So it's fine. If you've not come into contact with the Paetzold yet, don't worry, but I'm going to explain a bit about them today. What they are, how they work, and why they exist. Paetzold bass recorders. The Paetzold recorders have been made for decades by the Paetzold family, hence the name. In recent years, Paetzold has been taken over by Keurenplein. These are two different sizes, but actually these recorders come in 5 sizes. My great bass in C is the second smallest. There's also a smaller F bassette. This is the contrabass in F, that's the middle one. Then we get a larger sub-great bass in C, and then the largest sub-contrabass in F, and that is basically a tree. So you can actually play with these recorders in a quintet. A little bit of history. The Paetzold family, Joachim Paetzold and then his nephew Herbert, started developing this idea to produce large recorders in an affordable manner. Normally, very big recorders are extremely expensive, so how can you produce a lot of big recorders that would especially be used by recorder orchestras and large recorder ensembles? Remember, Paetzold is a German make, and in Germany there are loads of recorder ensembles, and it was a success. In the 1970s, the Sour Cream Trio, which was Franz Buchen, Wolfgang Hauer and Kees Buche, came into contact with these Paetzold recorders and was like, this is amazing. So they began a collaboration with the Paetzolds, ordered them for their trio and started bringing them out into the recorder world. Composers really started getting into this and writing new works specifically for Paetzold instruments. One recorder player that has done wonders for this is Antonio Politano, who teaches at the Conservatory in Lausanne. So gradually Paetzolds became more and more popular, both with large recorder ensembles and with composers and professional players that were pushing for new pieces to be written for it. If you're a professional recorder player, it's part of your education. But why do they look like this? Well, that's because the design is based upon organ pipes, which could be round or square, and actually these sound a lot like a kind of deep organ pipe. I found the tone is really beautiful, and it's very different than a Renaissance or a Baroque style recorder. It's really its own thing. They go up, across and over, so we have this shape, and I think, why is that? Well, it's like a bassoon or a trumpet, or it saves space. Am I right in that? It's kind of put together in 3 sections that you just undo by screwing apart. So this is kind of the mouth part. Then we have the middle joint and the bottom joint. You probably want to see them up close, right? Okay, come and have a look. So this is my F contrabass Paetzold recorder. Going to walk around to the back here. Here we have the mouthpiece, and that's where you blow in. Then across here we have the key for the thumb, and next to it is the octave key. That's how we make the high notes. Then going around to the front, you've got these 3 keys for your left hand. Once you've blown into the recorder, the air comes out of the front hole, the labium. That's what makes the sound, just like a regular recorder. And then under here we have a plug This is for getting rid of condensation if you've been playing for a long time. So when you put your recorder away, you want to make sure you take this plug out, otherwise it will go moldy. Down here, we have the screws holding the recorder together. Don't do them up too tightly. Down here we have more keys, and these are for your right hand. You have an extra key to make the A flat, and you have these keys, just zoom out a bit, to make the F and the F sharp. Then down at the bottom you can see how the recorder is in its stand, and we have an extra hole here where I believe the bass frequencies emit themselves from, if that's science. And the stand, just like the recorder, as you can see, is made of plywood. These recorders are completely chromatic and have a range of more than 2 octaves. Just play normal melodies on them. But the sound possibilities don't stop there. It's a really big pipe and it's really responsive to articulation. You can also really play with the keys. You can also really use the sounds of your breath. You can put all kinds of textures into your sound, like flutter tongue. Or your voice. And my absolute favourite thing with the Paetzold is using the harmonics. If you block the labium, that's the hole that produces the sound, and you blow very softly, you get all of these really delicate overtones. So as you can see, the sound possibilities are great. You can play it like a regular recorder, but it's also much more responsive to articulation. You have the key sounds and you have all of these harmonics. I can imagine you really want to listen to some Paetzold music now, don't you? I really wanted to play you some music. However, I'm scared of copyright laws. Maybe if I play like 1-second snippets in an educational manner with the message, please go out and buy these CDs of these great people, then maybe no one will mind. The first CD I really recommend is by Prime Recorder Ensemble, led by Antonio Politano. The CD is called Spray, and this is an ensemble of, I think, 13 players ranging from sopranino to the sub-contrabass in F, plus electronics. This CD is just phenomenal. My favourite composition is the title track. It's called Spray by Pascal Corrado. And Antonio Politano himself performs Fausto Romitelli's Seascape, which is one of the classics of the solo Paetzold repertoire. Then we also have the CD of Anna Petrini, who made a CD of works for Paetzolds and live electronics, and I love this album as well. I reviewed it for the Dutch Recorder magazine, and I remember saying, finally, it feels like a bass instrument. It feels like... And then Paetzold's in early music Why not? We have the Dutch recorder quintet Seldom Seen, and on their debut CD Terracea they are using Paetzolds also in classical and baroque music. I don't want to play you anymore because I want you to go out and support these artists and buy their CDs. I will put a couple of video clips here now of myself performing works with Paetzold. The first one is a work that I created in collaboration with a composer called Anthony Dunstan, and the piece is called Tick, and it was kind of a music theatre piece with the F Paetzold and electronics. Yeah, just take a look for yourself. I also played for some years in an ensemble called Amsterdam Collage Ensemble, and this was with 3 mostly Paetzold recorders, 2 percussionists and bass clarinet, and we had a lot of cool new compositions written for us. It's not all heavy contemporary music. I also, for example, used my Paetzold in a production I made for toddlers, and it was called Sleepover, and it was very lovely. Thank you for watching my video about Paetzold recorders. If you play them yourself, please tell me about it. As always, you can subscribe to my channel. At the moment, we have more than 800 subscribers, which is amazing, especially since just a few weeks ago I was saying we have 400. So thank you to all my new subscribers. I have decided that if we hit 1,000, I will treat myself to a camera to actually film these videos, because at the moment I make everything on my mobile phone. So if you want to subscribe, click my Paetzold. Have I said everything I wanted to say? Have a lovely day. Bye!